meadow's food web. The ecology of a meadow is a fantastic model to illustrate emptiness. Let's look at the food web and see how the nutrients are passed along in the meadow. And yes, you might have flashbacks from high school. But as you can remember with the food web, it shows you how nutrients as well as energy is moved through a food web. So the grasshopper eats the meadow, and it has the nutrients there, and those become building blocks for the grasshopper, and goes on to the frog. And the frog, therefore, also have nutrients from the grasshopper and nutrients that were in the meadow. The eagle has nutrients from all three. In fact, it even has nutrients from the worm, because the worm took all the dying organisms, decomposted them, or composted them, and then that allowed it to become nutrients for the meadow. So everything in that food web right there has nutrients, or we'll say parts, from other organisms. Now, emptiness. How does this relate to emptiness? Emptiness has some qualities about it. The first one is interbeing. It's a term coined by Thich Nhat Hanh, and it just really describes the interconnectedness, the interdependence of that's seen in the food web here. I think by the name interbeing, existing together between, and the food web is a really nice illustration of interbeing. The next one is impermanence, and I think we all have a pretty good grasp on this. Well, we definitely do, right? So the eagle is never constant. The eagle is always changing. We are always changing. Everything is always changing. Change is the constant, right? So there is a quality of impermanence to emptiness. And now, no self. No self is a little bit more difficult, but we can see no self in the parts. It's demonstrated here along the food web. The grasshopper eats the plant, so it now has flower parts in it. So does the eagle, who ate the frog. Those flower parts, in other words, the nutrients, are passed along throughout the food web. So now you can say it as a Buddhist would say it. You can see the grasshopper in the frog. You can see the grasshopper in the eagle. You can see the worm in the meadow. In fact, in the eagle, you can see the whole meadow. None of these organisms are made entirely of its own parts.